Every time I look out into space, I am constantly reminded of just how small our world is. It's a phenomenon commonly referred to as the overview effect. I'm gonna put some info on the screen there for you. I sometimes wonder, how do you know once you've experienced that cognitive shift that they talk about? Do you have to be under weightlessness, low Earth orbit, staring at the Earth? Is it enough to be soaring through the skies, looking down at the land below you? What would I feel if I were in another star system entirely, on another planet, somewhere far away, and seeing my former home as a speck in the sky like I'm seeing all of these specks right now? Anyway, we may not have interstellar travel yet, but we do have flight. And here I got for you today a treat. One of my favorite jets, A-18 Charlie. Uh, she's beautiful. I just love this plane so much. And while the startup sequence on her is pretty darn long, I'm not gonna run you through the startup sequence. I'm gonna do the auto start sequence. And one of my favorite things about this jet in particular, many jets have an APU, but the APU on this jet in particular is it has like a signature sound when it kicks on, and that signature sound is just so unique to the F-18s that it's just whenever I hear it, I know what plane I'm hearing, and it's rather remarkable, and you're gonna hear it here. And once the APU switches to start kicking on the engines as well, it's incredible. And there's the engine kickoff. That was the engine right. Right, now let's hear the engine on the left kick on. See here, the light for the APU is still on. Once you hear the APU kick off, you're gonna get a lot less noise coming in. There you go. APU has shut down, and now we're running just the engine. really noisy. Alright, so I gotta finish up some more setup and set up my DDIs, so I'll be back once all that is set up. Alrighty, so our displays are all set up. Just about ready to taxi here, so one final note I want to make about the F-18. The nose wheel steering system is very aggressive because these things have to steer on an aircraft carrier where the space is limited. So as you're going to see here, you can have a pretty aggressive turn rate front nose landing. But let's get to taxi. Line her up here with the middle of the runway, just about. And we're good. Right. Gonna turn off the nose wheel steering so I don't veer off to the left or the right by mistake. Gonna give myself about 80% RPM. Make sure the engines don't catch fire. 70, 80, check. Looking good. And here we go. We're taking off from an airfield, we're taking off with burners. Wondering what the master cautions for, I can tell you without looking, I forgot to arm my ejection seat. Am I correct? Yes, I am correct. I didn't arm the ejection seat. There we go. It's armed. Now I can stop complaining.